Light snow back in the forecast tomorrow. We're brighter and milder by Sunday, and then more dangerous wind chill values next week, prompting first alert weather days. So we are thinking that the cold will be accompanied by another gusty wind gusts up over 40 miles an hour, leading to wind chill values at times in the single digits, perhaps even below zero in parts of Connecticut. So this is your first alert to the return of cold, windy weather for the middle of next week. Tomorrow, a great day to get out there and hit the slopes. The forecast certainly is going to pan out well if you are a skier here in Connecticut. Our two areas of low pressure here, one to the north, one to the south. If these had phased together, we'd be talking about a much more impactful scenario, but they are not. Snow is starting to develop closer and closer to us, though. First Alert Futurecast showing our snow showers arriving tomorrow morning. They'll be isolated to scattered in nature and fairly light. They begin in the pre-dawn hours, about 4 hours from right now. So join Jill Gilardi tomorrow morning as she tracks these showers. They continue through the morning, tapering off by lunchtime, and some partial clearing is expected tomorrow evening. A coating to an inch is all we're expecting here, so certainly not really going to be very impactful when it comes to amounts. There still could be some slick spots, especially on sidewalks. If you're heading to Hartford tomorrow night for 50 years of hockey in Hartford, temperatures are going to be dropping back below freezing, so anything that gets wet could refreeze. But otherwise, the weather will certainly cooperate. Should be a very fun night at the XL Center. Temperatures today made it back above average for the first time all week long. We finally broke our streak of cold, windy days. We're still even above 30 degrees in some locations, not only in the state, but across southern New England and into the greater New York area. Here's our ICAM view in Rocky Hill looking north of the Hartford skyline. Clouds have thickened up across the state, and they will continue to do so until those snow showers develop. Our ICAM view in Waterbury, 29 degrees right now. Roads are looking good. We're looking live from atop the Mattituck Museum. We're not expecting any impacts just yet. First Alert Live radar still showing most of the snow is north and west of us, and some of this not even reaching the ground quite yet either. We have to wait for the ground, or rather the air, to saturate, but those snowfall icons appear 5, 6, 7 a.m. Temperatures will be in the 20s, so the snow should be fairly fluffy, which means the little bit that we receive, brushing it off your car, things like that, should be a pretty easy task tomorrow morning. Temperatures will dip into the 20s statewide tonight, and then we start the day off tomorrow in the 20s, climbing back up into the 30s. We could even see some towns along the shoreline make it back up into the mid-30s, and this will help in the melting tomorrow afternoon, and that means, again, we'll likely see improving conditions on the roadways by lunchtime and especially thereafter. We could briefly become breezy tomorrow afternoon and evening too, and if we do, that'll even help to further dry the roads up, which is some great news. Sunday, we're expecting mostly sunny skies, temperatures near 40 degrees, and we do it again on Monday, even a couple degrees milder, above average for this time of year. We're breezy on Tuesday as the clouds thicken back up. There's our first alert weather days for Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures back down below average, accompanied by the wind feeling much colder. Now, our snowfall deficits are growing across the state, approaching a foot deficit here for the Hartford area, over a 7-inch deficit for Bridgeport. These totals so far for the season really not all that impressive. And not only does that mean it has an impact on recreation, but also the drought. We still have a moderate drought across most of the state. So, Stephanie, even with the improvements that we saw in the drought monitor since last week, we could use some precip. Not much on this first alert 7-day forecast.